There's something that's been on my mind recently. I've heard a lot of people saying that they want things to get back to normal pre-corona. They want things to be as they were before this virus came along, and everyone keeps saying I can't wait for things to get back to normal. I just want my old life back and things like this. So I was pondering myself about whether I would like things to go back to normal. And one of the things that crossed my mind was that I'm not sure whether I would. And it's not necessarily because I didn't like my life before Corona. There was nothing wrong with it. It was so fast paced. We were so go, go, go. And there's a verse in the Bible actually that really resonates with me. I'm not a Christian, but I do believe in God, so I like reading the text, like the Bhagavad Gita, the Bible. I like reading anything like that and taking the bits from it that resonate with me. And this is something that really resonated with me. And it's a verse, and it's Romans 12:2, and it says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve God's will." And then in another version it says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. By testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect." And it really resonated with me because pre-corona I was so busy, go, 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 always wanting to get things done. I always had another goal to achieve, whether that's physical or mental, like learning a new language, wanting to immigrate to Canada. There was always another goal to achieve, and with that came things to do every day there was always something to do, and it did get on top of me sometimes. And there was a part of me that wanted to train to run a 10k, which I did recently, and with one leg shorter than the other, which I have a condition called proximal femoral focal deficiency. With having that condition, it was a real challenge for me to be able to do that, so I set my mind to it. But you have to train a lot, and especially because my leg gets tired really quickly, I have to put it through a lot of training to strengthen it. So that was fine, and I was going through the motions, I was doing the training, I was working really hard. And then there's a part of me that says, Kels, I just want to go to the beach and do nothing. And I ignored that part, and I kept training and I kept going for it, and I achieved my goal, and I did it in a really good time, which I'm really proud of. But I started to feel a little bit down, and this was just before Corona came, so it was on like the 28th of February I did the 10k race this year, and I started to feel a little bit down because I'd focused all my energy on that, and I hadn't left any time for the little girl inside me that just wanted to go to the beach. I didn't allow that to happen because I was so focused on the goal. And I think for me, the text of the Bible, which says do not conform to the ways of the world, but be transformed, for me personally, it's about not doing what you think everyone wants you to do. Or when you see other people running a marathon, you think, oh my God, I need to, and they've done 6 trainings a week, and you think, oh my God, I have to do that as well. And ignore the parts of you that say, do you know what, this weekend I just want to go to the beach on Saturday, I don't want to train. That is how we create balance, by listening to both parts of us, not just one or the other. I mean, if we were always at the beach or always in bed or always relaxing, then we would never achieve anything. So it's not about always listening to that voice, but it's about blending them together so that we're listening to the whole of us and not just one part. And it is quite difficult because sometimes when we're trying to achieve a goal, we then get judgments in our mind which say, if you don't do this today, if you go to the beach today, you're never going to achieve your goal. But that's not true. If you take one day off training once in a while, like every 4 weeks, it's not going to massively affect you. Just like having a cheesecake is not going to make you put on 20 pounds when your goal is to lose that amount of weight. It's not going to have that much of an effect. And I think we should listen to the part of us that just wants to play rather than do. And we were so focused on just doing and getting things done, and we forgot to just be ourselves and just play and just not, do something that doesn't get us anywhere, that doesn't help us achieve anything, do something completely random just for the fun of it. I felt like I had forgotten that before Corona, and now since being in quarantine, it's given me a lot of time to really stop and think, is that the life I want to go back to? And the answer is no. I don't want to go back to doing that life where I'm constantly on the go all the time. I'm constantly in doing mode. I want to implement into my life that I have both parts of me balanced. And I think it's going to be very difficult in trying to get them balanced, and I don't think it's going to be, a smooth road. I think it's going to be very up and down, and it's about listening to that voice and not ignoring it and not putting it down. But I'm going to be posting more about this, about my journey, and I'll be posting little tips and tricks about how I am learning to balance between doing and being, because I think it's so important. And I think we fail to express our true essence and who we really are when we don't listen to one of those voices. And that could be because we're too busy playing on the beach. We're never really achieving the goal, that that thing inside of us that wants to be expressed. Or like me, I'm too busy doing the things that want to be expressed and not busy playing and really just being joyful and having fun, and doing something that doesn't get me anywhere. It doesn't help me achieve anything, but it helps me express a part of myself. And I think that is one thing that I'm really going to focus on from now and post-Corona. So if this resonated with you, let me know, comment below, and I'd love to hear from you about whether you want to go back to the normal before Corona, or whether you want to create a new normal and what that